Once again, guys, thank you for tuning in to the Mill Social Talk podcast. Today, we have a very important message for the northwest side of Chicago. But before we do that, I want to say first of all, thanks to Devon Bank. Devon Bank has been an integral partner in the Mill Social Talk podcast, and it has been an integral partner in our mortgages. We worked a lot together to assist homeowners in getting the mortgage, whether you have good credit, bad credit. And for those of you who have worked with us before, we want to say thank you, and we look forward to thanking you again. Thank to Abby. Gabby. I said Abby, but Gabby is to my right. Abby has been one of my partners in getting, doing a lot of mortgages for us, and we thank her because she's been great. Mr. Irv, he's sitting in the corner. You guys don't see him, but he's one of the guys who brought me into Devon Bank. After he said that I haven't been calling him back for a while, so he finally got me, and it's been a great marriage. So I want to thank you guys for listening, and please share against the Mill Social Talk podcast. Please share, like us, and give us comment. As you guys know, we always bring you the best of the best in the Chicagoland area. We bring you people that knows what they're doing, that can help you, that can actually get you from point A to point B whether it's your mortgage, whether it's your, whatever you're doing, we have people to do that here. And between Mills Realty or a podcast on the bank and the Devon Bank, we actually bring you guys together. So as we move forward, I want to introduce Miss Ivy. She's from the Northwest Home Equity Assurance Program. And Ivy, we have worked together some time before, and it was such a great program. I needed to bring her back. So Ivy, again, welcome, and tell me what's going on, and tell me a little bit about your program.
So thank you all for having me, and hello everyone out there. Thank you, Devon Bank, Gabby, Irv, and Mills Realty for having me here today. So Northwest Home Equity Assurance Program is a quasi-government program that's located on the northwest side. We do have a sister organization on the southwest side called Southwest Home Equity Assurance Program. Through these programs, we are a neighborhood stabilization that guarantee home rates in the area. So a good example is if we send one of our appraisers out and your home appraises at $300,000, and in 5 years you try to sell and your house sells below market value, you can file a claim against our program. And let's say it sells at $250,000, it was appraised at $300,000, we could write you a check for that $50,000 difference that you lost. So that was what the program was based around. Since I have been at Northwest Home Equity Assurance Program as the executive director, we have introduced our home improvement loan program, which allows our members to take advantage of low to no interest home improvement loans through one of our partner banks. And we also are now introducing, which is be rolling out this month, our delinquent tax program, which will allow those who are at risk of losing their homes to tax sales on the northwest side to take advantage of delinquent taxes so they can get a grant through our program to save their home.
I have a question on that last part that you mentioned. Is there a deadline for homeowners to apply for that help?
No, so it hasn't quite rolled out yet. It'll roll out at the end of June, and we don't have a deadline. So it is till our money is exhausted for the year.
Oh, that's nice. We just heard from a different program it was going to be ending.
But that was an idle program.
Yes.
So this is good because this is a new program.
Yes.
And then I guess another question right there, just thinking ahead of, what maybe homeowners could have, questions that they may have. Is this for somebody that owns the property free and clear, or anyone who even has a mortgage?
So we're open to people who have a mortgage. Mostly it's for people who are free and clear. Because usually if you have a mortgage, you will work with your bank to save your home on that end. So we don't foresee most people who have mortgages coming to take advantage of the loan, but we're not turning away. So we do have some tiers that, we're not going to turn anybody away. We do have tiers that we do look at, that we prioritize, which of course is our disabled and elderly is always our first group, because we want to keep our disabled and elderly in their homes. So, yes.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you want to explain a little bit about the loan? I believe that there was an amount from 0 to 5,000. I think it was a 0% older. Would you be able to elaborate a little bit more on that?
So,
But
go ahead.
I want to say, are we planning to elaborate for the home improvement?
Oh,
Yeah.
there's two different ones, right?
So,
Yes.
okay,
So
let's
it's two
get-
different programs.
Okay.
So,
Sorry, I'm jumping ahead.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Jump in. No, jump in
so
because
I think Gabby went back to the home improvement loan. So
Uh-huh.
with the delinquent tax loan grant, it's a grant.
Yeah.
It is one. It's just one flat amount, so it can go up to $5,000 that somebody can take out to borrow against to kind of save their home. So we do have that limit, but we will not turn anybody away. So ours is up to $5,000 that you
for
can get
property tax.
for property taxes. Yes. So
Ah.
yes. And of course, it's some it's some nuances and some caveats that they have to go through, but our office will work them through. It's such a new program, so we're still in our learning phase. It's a pilot, so we're just hoping to save as many homes as possible, and to put people in a good position to make sure that they're able to stay in their houses. And also tied to this is a partnership with Northwest Center, and they will be working with us on some financial literacy stuff. So that is more to come. Again, it's still very, very new. It'll roll out towards the end of the month, so look out for more information from us on that.
What I want to say, so that we we're gonna get back to that, and we're gonna get. But I just want to kind of let folks know this. You said Northwest program. So where are we covering when it comes to the neighborhoods?
Very important.
That's a very good.
Yeah.
That's a very good question. So our neighborhoods are in the northwest corridor of Chicago. So we're looking at like the Dunning neighborhood, part of Portage Park, Jefferson Park, some of Galewood, Austin, Belmont Cragen, Belmont Central, some of Hermosa. So kind of up in that area. That's what we cover.
All right. So, and some people don't. I mean, don't. I'm gonna look at it like this. So we're looking at Northwest Side, and some of those neighborhoods, of course, people don't know where they are.
Correct.
So let's look at from if you're on the north side of the city, from about how much hundred north going back. Are we saying this from Irving Park going towards Chicago Avenue?
Not as far as Chicago. So I would say Irving Park to about maybe 3,200 north. I'm not quite sure. It's a little further north. I think I'm shortchanging us right now.
So I guess if thinking
Because Belmont
like a
would be like
customer,
32. Belmont would be.
Yeah.
what would
So-
be the best way for a homeowner to figure out if
Well,
they can
So
participate in the
they
program?
can actually go to our website, www.nwheap.com, and we have an interactive map on our website. So you can click on the interactive map, put in your address, and if you fall inside that yellow line and you pin in there, you're in our program.
Give them the number to your office, just for some people who may be listening who are like, they're not so savvy, but call. What number? What can they call?
They can call 773-622-0700. Again, 773-622-0700. And our website again is www.nwheap.com.
All right, and for those who are listening, and you may not be in that neighborhood, but if you know someone in that neighborhood, then we'd like for you to reach out and say, hey, mom, dad, brother, sister, or friend, this neighborhood has a program, and send them the podcast so they can listen for themselves, so they get all the information. So, all right, now that we kind of established it, I want to get back to the program. We talked about the tax program, up to $5,000.
Correct.
Now that would approximately be in that neighborhood, I think about a year and a half or two of not filing your taxes. So when I say filing taxes, not paying taxes, because taxes are about what, $25,000, $28,000, $3,000 in
Depending on the area,
Yeah.
yes.
depending on, no, I'm talking about in a general sense, about average $3,000.
About 3,000, yeah.
About 3,000. So if you haven't paid your taxes, you're having issues, please call, reach out, and see how can I help.
Yep.
Now, what's a little bit what I want to talk about is a little bit about the repair program,
Okay.
because that's you did say 0%, or of course you guys don't do any mortgages,
No.
but just their enhancement of the property to make sure that they stay in their building. So let's talk about the repair program and what that covers and how that works and how you qualify.
Sure.
Because I imagine that there would be some kind of income. Well,
Guidelines are, I guess.
income guidelines, right?
So there are no income guidelines for our home improvement loan program.
Hello.
Yeah. The only thing that the only thing they ask is that you do have some equity in your home because it is like almost like a first mortgage on, like they put a lien.
Put a lien on it. All right, cool.
So it goes on as like a first mortgage. If you have first mortgage, it's going second place, kind of depending on where you're at. But no, there's no income guidelines. Anybody who is a member of our program can, if they can qualify for the loan, they can take advantage of it. 0% is from $5,000 to $10,000 is at 0%. So 2% is from $10,000 to $15,000.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, no, $10,000 to $20,000. Excuse me.
2%.
And then 4% is from $20,000 to $30,000.
And let's keep in mind that this is for home improvements.
Correct.
So
Not on vacation.
Right.
That's
Not,
right. That's
we're not
right.
going to take a loan to pay off credit cards or your car loan. This is not a home. This is not a line of credit. This is exclusively for home repairs, maybe such as.
If you want to get your roof fixed, so, or you want to buy a boiler. If you want to, one of the things we see most is people redoing their whole kitchen. That's been my favorite one because we do inspections. So, no, you can't go and buy a bunch of flat screen TVs, unfortunately, but because we do stop by to see the work, we would like to see before and after. But some of the amazing stuff that I've seen is I've seen one woman put stained glass throughout her house. So she redid her windows with stained glass. So, it is some limits, but you could be as creative as you want as long as it's towards home improvements.
And does it have to be with a licensed contractor? Or?
No. You could
do it yourself?
You could DIY.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Isn't that awesome?
You could
guys?
DIY.
Yeah,
Yes.
This is great.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Now this is only in the North. You guys have a sister program.
We
Southwest
do.
side. Southwest Equity. You have a sister
Southwest.
Southwest. So
Yeah.
you're Northwest. So it's literally straight up.
Yeah.
Direct to south. That's amazing.
And now the Southwest, they do have they don't offer the delinquent tax program, but they do have some other programs that we don't have. So, but we do share the home improvement loan program. So those both are a part of both our organizations. So we both offer that program.
So imagine if you live in Southwest, we can still call
Absolutely.
and find out if they do X, Y, and Z.
Yes. Yes.
Now I wanted to
Absolutely.
ask, does the program, you said it's a DIY program.
Yes.
Is it like, do they get money in phases? Like if it's 30,000, you get 10, 10, 10, or you get a full amount?
You get the full amount. So it's just like a loan, you get the full amount.
And who does your organization, do they come back and say, hey, you know what, let me just check in on what you've done?
Yes. So after you've received the money, 6 months, you have a 6-month period to start your work. Yeah. So we would like for you to be done in 6 months. Sometimes that just doesn't happen. So we're pretty case by case when it comes to that. But if we go there and it looks the same as it did 6 months ago, then yeah, that's an issue.
It's an issue.
Yeah, but other than that, if you've started some work and say, hey, we're still in the process, because we do understand that it's a backlog on materials. We do understand that things take a little bit longer. So we've been giving people a lot of leeway because of kind of the supply chain. So with that, yeah, 6 months is kind of the golden number.
I guess I'm trying to figure out, how does, you give them money, here's a check for 30G. Does that, you don't monitor the money.
What do you mean?
Like, you don't come in and say, what have you bought? What have you, like, okay, I'm going to go back to real estate, like the 2 or 3K program.
Yeah.
You have people that comes in and says, okay, there's 1/3, what have you spent? And then another 1/3, you know what I'm saying? So the 2 or 3K program, that's how it's done, right?
Right.
So I'm just trying to figure out $30,000 is a lot of money. I'm just saying, you put that check in their hand. Who monitors that check?
How do you track that you actually spend that money
How
in
do
the
you spend
house,
that
right?
money to say, well, we've spent that money.
home improvements.
So
I would assume.
we try not to have as much red tape as a 203K.
No, not so much red tape, but how it's spent.
But how it's spent is, again, we look at the before and after pictures. We do ask you to keep receipts. So if we feel like, hey, it doesn't look like you did $30,000 worth of work, we need to see your receipts.
Okay.
Have I ever walked into anybody who was distrustful? No. Everybody who said they were going to do did exactly what they said they were going to do. Are we monitoring the money that tough? Probably no. I feel like we really go by people being honest. We really would like to believe people are honest. We're not an institution like the 203. They have to pay this money back. We're only taking care of the interest of it. So it's up to them to make those payments. If you spend 20,000, you blow the other 10, you're stuck still paying that $30,000 bill back
Right.
with 4% interest. So, but we do ask them to keep their receipts. So if anytime we can call and say we'd like to see your receipts. So.
Okay.
So I guess my question would be, so let's say that we.
That's okay.
I was just like, do I wait?
Really?
Okay. So I know this happens. Sorry, guys. So I'm thinking maybe something in between the lines that if we, meaning Northwest Equity Assurance Program, and I took off the home right there.
That's okay.
If they say, okay, well, you know what? Normally to remodel the whole kitchen, it's about $30,000. So yeah, that's okay. Go ahead. We believe you that that's
Correct.
the amount. Got it. Okay. Or maybe the boiler and the furnace is about $10,000. Now, if it costs them maybe $6,000, that's on them because your estimate is already $10,000, and like you said,
Correct.
the customer has to pay that money back.
Correct.
That okay. All right.
Correct. Yeah. So yeah, we and it was one of the decisions that people go through so much already just to get loans.
Right.
It's so much checks and balance. We do want to have a checks and balance. Again, we do ask you to keep your
That's right.
receipts.
Yep.
But are we always checking the receipts? Not unless I walk into your home and nothing has been done. We know what the house looked like from the beginning, and we know what it looks like at the end. So that's one of the important things. Like it's very few people who take out $30,000. Most people do the $10,000. Because that's the 0%.
Right.
But the one person I did know who did $30,000, he redid his whole day. Like, yeah, he redid the whole day. And
Makes sense.
But at that rate, that's pretty good.
yeah.
Now, is this a IDA program, federal program, or how is this program funded?
This
Just
program
do-
is funded through tax levies on the northwest side of Chicago. So yes.
Okay.
Yep. So the levies have been taxed. Well, we've levied taxes since 1989. So the program's been around for over 30 years. So yeah, that's how the program is funded, through annual tax levies.
So through tax levies.
So if you see your tax bill,
Well,
correct? Like
That's correct.
people who are listening, if you see your tax bill, you will see, and if you're in one of those areas that it's covered, where, am I correct? They will see
It's a line
description
item.
there.
Yep, it says Northwest Home Equity Assurance. So you know where you see the schools, and you see where you're paying for the public schools or your libraries or the water reclamation. We're on there.
So that's probably another way for homeowners to verify that they're in that area, that it's covered by your program.
That's a great idea.
That is
Absolutely.
good. You know what? And speaking of that, going back to that, I was actually participating when I lived in Bowman-Cragen.
Yeah.
Great program too. I felt a lot better that the equity on my property was assured now. But one more thing that I guess it'll be worth mentioning. I remember that last time you explained a little bit about, so if I have that property under my name and I owned it and I was part of the program, if my daughter purchased that home, she can still inherit, I guess, the benefits of it, or I guess, tell us a little bit about it.
So what happens is it is if a family member can move into that property and you can still keep that same assurance. Now, if someone else who's not a family member moves into that property, the assurance goes away. So it is carried on to your daughter, and we'll need to talk because we need to put her name on the contract of participation if she purchases the home.
Okay.
But
I want you to continue. But so if you have I want you to continue that thought. However, I just want to be clear. So if you're an investor, you're not.
no.
That's good to know.
No.
Good question.
Yeah.
Good to clarify that.
So if you
Get
have
that going.
property you're renting, doesn't work. But I'm assuming you're still paying that little line that says no.
are.
You as an investor still paying it, but you're just not getting the benefit.
Not unless you're a
Owner
owner operator. So if you're an investor, and let's say you live in a property and you rent the other 2 floors, you can take advantage.
Take advantage.
Yep.
But if you don't live there at all.
If you don't live there at all. Yep.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to clear that up because
Yep.
you got these investors. Who are like, I'm gonna
Why can I take advantage of that? Right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, no. Yeah, you would have to live in a property or a family member to live in a property. So.
That's right. A family member could be living on the property.
Yep.
Well, you know.
Yep.
Good to know.
You were kind of. Well, if you want to continue your thoughts, because I stopped you there because I wanted to make sure that we do get that investor part.
Yeah, investors, no. This is for, our goal is to keep families in their homes. We want to make sure that their property is assured. For some people, and no dig at investors, everybody's not an investor.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that, unlike an investor who sometimes is a little bit more savvy with their money, they know how to get up out of a property when it's going under. They're able to move around because they have multiple properties. They can sell one without feeling like they're taking a big loss because they have other properties to lean on. And this is for more of the savvy investors, not the first times, this is my first investment property. But for some people, this is their only investment.
Of course.
And so we want to make sure that we're taking care of those people, that this is their only investment, and that they some of them have sunk their whole life into this. So we want to make sure that that property is taken care
But you
of.
did say earlier that I mean, there's most people that have not paid off their mortgage, right? But you guys would prefer to be in first position
For
the loan.
well, we're not going to be the bank.
Well, the bank. Yeah, I'm talking about
that's
the
not
bank.
on me.
The bank would prefer to be in first position.
A bank is always want to be in first position.
Of course. But then more than likely, a lot of folks are not, have a mortgage.
Yeah, most
unless
people.
unless they've been in the property a long time and paid it off. But the bank prefer, but of course they're not going to walk away from being in second position.
Most people who come through the program, the bank is in second position.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I mean, especially the newer people who join our program, most of them have mortgages. Some of our people who've been in the program since 1989, of course, their houses are most likely paid off of if they have a 30-year conventional loan, right? So it's past that 30 years, so they would take first position because there's no loan on there. But most people who join our program now are, this is their first home, so of course they have a mortgage, and absolutely the bank goes in second position. They're okay with that. They're a bank. They understand that part. So yeah, it doesn't stop you from getting a loan.
So all right, so I just want to kind of expand on the conversation. Maybe you can expand to say, all right, the programs that is there any other program that you think that whether you guys may have or someone else may have? I mean, no, not someone, but you guys may have that they can take advantage of. I mean, the tax program, the other program, the repair program, is there anything else that you guys would think, oh, yeah, we could help them with X, Y, Z?
Well, those are our only 3 programs. So we have the Guaranteed program, which is our baseline, our foundation, which guarantees the home value. Then we have our home improvement loan program, which was introduced in 2008 and approved in 2009. And then we have the delinquent tax program, which was written into law in 2001 and approved in 2022. So those are the 3 programs that we do have to offer from our office.
From your office.
Yep.
I mean, I think we talked about this program the last time. I mean, I was kind of blown away because the last time before COVID we spoke.
Yeah.
When we did the radio show, but I'm amazed at this. So, is there any reason that you would know of why this program doesn't extend throughout Chicago? I mean, I'd like to get in.
I'd
like to get
more
in.
homeowners to be able to
So
take advantage of something like that.
This is the question of the century.
I mean, why only on the northwest side?
So I have gone on radio shows and people have asked me this because it is very controversial. So it is something that happened in 1989, and at that time I was probably 7 or 8. So
we're not going to blame you. We're not going to blame you.
So I can't tell you guys why it didn't happen in other places, but historically, based on history, it was an organization called the Northwest Federation, and they went around to people on that side of town and said, hey, let's tax ourselves to keep our homes. And of course, there's some controversial stuff behind that, and we're not going to get into that because
we can get a little bit
no,
of
we're
conversation.
not.
I'm sure the views.
And I thought you just.
No,
we're not.
No, we're not. Because I'm a firm believer in moving forward. So when we move forward and we get stuck on the past, we get stuck on things that are not necessarily good. So what we do is to move forward and to work on good things and good things that our office is doing. So I mean, if we talk about the past, that negates that I'm the face of the organization.
Okay. All right,
and that's why I'm laughing because Rance over in the back is like, yes. I said, yeah, that's why she's the executive director of this program too. Thank you so much. I look at you. Tell them what to do. But I did have a good question.
I mean,
we're just having fun
I'm
now.
just assuming because everybody asked about it, then we would, you probably want to. I mean, I'm sure other interviewers have asked, "Hey, what happened to my neighborhood? I'm on the east side."
And what I tell other interviewers is written into state law, and if they ever have a question, they can always call they can get my cell phone, and I can tell them how they can organize to get this put into law for their side of town.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
There answers your question right
there you
there.
go.
There you go.
So
So now, for people who are homeowners, what would be the very first step? Because I know that we have like very little time.
okay, so the very first step is give us a call. At 773-622-0700, and we will walk you through signing up for our program. So the first step is to fill out an application. That's on our website, www.nwheap.com, and then you'll join our program. It is a small fee for the appraisal, which is about $150 for single-family homes. It does go a little higher if you have a building, but we'll discuss that with you. And then we'll send our appraisers out. We'll appraise your home. You sign up for our program, and then you can take advantage of all our wonderful programs that we have. So.
Oh, that's a great start because then of course they call you, they get started, then it move. Now, do they have like a liaison or they assigned to someone?
So we are a small but mighty office. It's 2 of us.
No kidding.
Yes, we do all this with 2 people.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know. I'm telling you, hats off.
So either I'm the liaison or my trusty sidekick, Jasmine Mojica, is our other liaison. She is amazing. You guys will talk to her. She's much better than me. So, so yeah, it's the 2 of us. So yeah.
Run the entire.
Yes, we have a board of 7 and 2 people and 2 employees.
2 employees and a board of 7.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
I can't.
No, my thoughts were this is like a mega office and you have 20 people because you have.
I think the reason, sorry to interrupt, I think the reason is because a lot of times people actually don't know about the program.
Yep.
No, they don't.
And this is good. Thank you, Vero and Mills Realty for yes, I thought about it too, but thank you for doing this for the community.
Absolutely.
Because bringing this information out. And it's people, I want to think that it's people like us that talk about programs and that we like to be in contact with the community and like to help out, because seriously, he does a great job. Not because we just work together. I'm serious. It's a great as a person also.
We try. But
You do amazing work. I'm still on your newsletter, so I see all the stuff you get to do.
Oh,
okay. See what I mean? Yeah, that's how people follow. Yeah.
But I'm I'm not a community organizer by any means, but I like to my passion is more like getting people into homes, keeping people in homes. We did a program 2 weeks ago with Moving Forward. Fabulous program in trying to get people to almost similar to yours. A little different by letting people stay in their homes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Beautiful program. So I want to just I know we're running out of time, but for those of you who have watched this program and anyone in Northwest and in Southwest suburb, please connect with Ivy. She gave you her number. One more time.
773-622-0700.
And we always and thanks again for Devon Bank for hosting this. Devon Bank has been a great partner. Gabby has been a great partner of mine since I met her, and we've helped a lot of people along the way, and we're looking forward to helping more people and bringing you more information as we go on. So I want to thank you. Please share. Please like us. Send us an email. Let us know what you want to talk about. If there's something on your mind that you want to know about housing and about programs, we will try to find out. If we don't know about it, we'll seek out that information. So please like and share us. And I want to thank again for Ivy and Gabby and Devon Bank for putting us together. Thank you again, guys. And until the next podcast, go to the Mill Social Talk podcast and and please share the program. Please share the program. Thank you, guys. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.